Welcome to the Temple of Apple. Inside this store, the people have been hypnotized by a very sophisticated system of engineering and hypnotism. And what's going on in there is that people are shelling out £1,500 on the latest self-surveillance device. The iPhone 13 is now capable of looking at your facial expressions, and if they spot anything untoward, this will be fed back to the mainframe computer, and if necessary, you will be contacted by the medical authorities to make sure that you are not having any inappropriate thoughts. Now what's going on here, to expose it, is they've got some trees in there, which, believe me, they were not randomly put in there. These trees are well thought through to help you relax into the wonderful experience of buying your new self-surveillance device, which, if you think about it, is basically an electronic device that's like those devices that they use for prisoners at home that they put around their legs. This just doesn't have to have that, because it's taking your coordinates at all times, even when the battery is off and you've turned off the location services. This phone still feeds back all that information. And it's amazing what they do is they get the people in the store to wear these lovely red t-shirts to lull you into a sense of security that nothing untoward has happened there. Now you have to admit, by the way, for those people observing this, I have to admit that I think it's very, very clever. They've now made the guys wear masks in there. You know, the people serving wear masks, as if that makes a blind bit of difference to anything. But it's very clever, because what it does is it masks their laughter, as I'm sure many of them, when they sell you the cover for an iPhone for £79, surely many of them must be absolutely pissing themselves as they see you shell out £79 for a piece of plastic made by poor slaves in China. And yet, somehow, this hypnosis is very, very subtle and very, very clever. And they're getting you to pay for your own imprisonment. The iPhone 13 is going to be used as initially as a vaccine passport, but then it will morph into a health passport, and then it will morph into a general government app that will have all your information on, everything you've ever bought, every friend you've ever had, and make sure that you're not mixing with the wrong people and not saying the wrong things online. And then what they'll do is, and this is going to happen very quickly, and the way they're doing this, by the way, is all also done by hypnosis and distraction, right? So whilst you're doing this, what they're doing now, they're really putting this hard now, what they're doing is they're setting the vaccinated against the unvaccinated. And they've got this all driven by AI. So the AI algorithms of Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, they're all working overtime to paint a picture that it's the unvaccinated that are a danger to you. All the while, you don't realize that it's actually Apple that are a danger to you. It's actually your iPhone that's a danger to you. And it's actually the government's implementation of a worldwide system of total and utter technocratic control via the vaccine passports. That is a danger to you. But these governments and these technocrats and the people who own the shares in iPhone and in all these social media companies, they're all the same people that own all those shares. They have got you to fight amongst yourselves, thinking that what's a threat to the vaccinated is the unvaccinated. No, the unvaccinated are not a threat. What's a threat is the people that run Apple and who sell you these machines that are going to be surveying everything you do, listening to every word you say, feeding it all back Apple don't care about privacy. Are you joking? The guys that run Apple, they don't care about privacy. You're far from it. They want every piece of information ever on you. And yet, the hypnosis is strong. The red t-shirts make the people feel all lovely and comfy, giving you the impression that what could possibly go wrong spending £1,300 on a machine that's going to survey everything you do. Because, ladies and gentlemen, smartphones, what a beautiful Orwellian term. Yes, you're right, smartphones they are. Smartphones are for dumb people, and dumb phones are for smart people. Because why would you want a phone? Why would you want a phone that was so smart that it knew you better than you knew it, than you know yourself? And it created you. It created your thinking. It's created your thinking. If you've been vaccinated, for example, you have been drip-fed a bunch of pernicious, racist rhetoric against a whole race or group of people, the unvaccinated. You have been indoctrinated by these phones through the social media to start to hate the unvaccinated, all the while not focusing on what's really going on, that you are shelling out £1,000, £1,500 to put chains around your legs, invisible chains, in the form of the iPhone 13. But you know, if you are going to get a self-surveillance machine, might as well get one with some really good cameras on, because that's very, very important. Yeah, so that, you know, they can keep a really good track on you. Maybe get some body sensors as well, so you can feed them back all of your bio information as well. That's right. And you only have to pay £500 for one of those. Come on, guys. What could possibly go wrong? There could possibly be any dodgy agenda here from the guys who own Apple, could there? Possibly be. No, it's all very friendly with their lovely red t-shirts. That's right. It's all very, very nice, and their trees. How so very natural, as you get like, you're like a frog being boiled slowly in the iPhone store. And in the end, you will be under total and utter technocratic, totalitarian control. But, you know, you don't say you haven't been warned.
Bravo, bravo.